I was working, treating people in Ogembo. Ogembo is in southwestern part of Kenya, in Kisii. So I was treating people, then I witnessed something very bad, an accident. This accident. Be easy. I won't show people who are or victims of the accident. I won't show them. The first rule is when an accident occurs, yes, we have the cameras and the gadgets, but the first thing, the instinct that should come to you is to rescue. So that's exactly what was done. The past people who were involved in the accident were to be evacuated. Unfortunately, people lost lives. People lost lives. So I took this video after the rescue purpose. This trailer before me is actually a lorry that ferries tea from farms. You know, after farmers have collected their tea, there are collecting centers. We call them tea buying centers. So this lorry had collected some tea leaves from farmers and was heading somewhere else to collect. These are some of the parts that were thrown all over. And the green stuff that you are seeing is tea. And the lorry collided head-on with this vehicle here, a Probox. So the owner of the Probox died. You see the driver's side is the one that had the impact. And he had gone to buy some Christmas things. You know, this is December. And we should be very careful in these months, this festive season. So this is the lorry, this is the inside. Normally these lorries carry maybe 4 people at the front, and at the back there we'll have tea leaves. I'll show you later. So this is head-on collision. To a point that a Probox can ram into a lorry and overturn it, that should be you should know that it was something that happened at very high speed. Normally these lorries drive at phenomenal speeds. You know, tea leaves is supposed to be taken to the factory as fast as possible. But the lorry has to go from farm to farm, very many farms. Kisii region is a tea growing area, and farmers collect their teas and take them to the buying center where it is weighed in sacks. Then the lorry picks it to the factory. So normally these lorries are driven at a very high speed. This is tea leaves all over. The lorry lying on its side. These are the sacks that the tea leaves are usually carried in. Some are hanging up there. So normally these lorries travel at phenomenal speeds. You must be very careful. Anyway, it doesn't matter if it's a rough road, or if it's moram, or if it is bitumen, it doesn't matter. The lorries usually go at a very high speed, and they are known for high speeding. So at the accident, the police vehicle came, this one here. This is the lorry, and this is how it looks like. It overturned. The lorry was going to the direction to the left of the picture. This is the road. It is the Mugunga Ogembo road, and there is a factory right there to the front. At the very far front part there is a factory there. It's called Ogembo factory or Tendere factory. So, but this lorry that carries the tea does not take the tea to this factory. It takes it somewhere else. So if you look carefully, if you had seen inside, the lorry was full, but it was still going to pick some more somewhere else. Normally when it is full, it will take somewhere, it will take the tea leaves to the factory and come back again and collect more, because that's the lorry works like that the whole day, picking tea leaves from farms, from buying centers, taking it to a factory, taking another trip, the whole day, just back and forth from the farms to the factory, from every day, the whole day. And this day it had rained. It had rained actually seriously, so visibility was poor on this road. One thing that you should know about probox, these small probox in Kenya, they are driven at very high speed, very high speed. We are about to watch to see the probox, how it looks like at the front, at the impact area. It was totally written off. This is the steering, this is the front, the engine is hanging out there. The bonnet, the hood, the covering of the engine is thrown out. You see, the driver had no chance. He had no chance. The engine came to the very seat where he was sitting. And some metals from the engine flew past him, I think. Of course, he died in the accident. Sad. The vehicle, this probox, had all kinds of party, foods that we are used for party, cooking chapatis, wheat flour, everything at the back. So you can see the chassis is out of it, everything. So the vehicle, the lorry sliced through on the driver's side, sliced through. It is very sad. It is very sad. One thing, we should be very careful in this first season. This happened on 5th December 2022. At this point of posting, it is like 2 days after the accident. So you can see what really happened. It is terrible. It is totally terrible. People are crying everywhere, of course. The vehicle, you can see pieces of the vehicle everywhere. And some of the things, this is wheat flour, you can see that white stuff is wheat flour. This is the number plate of the vehicle. Oh, I had to wait for at least 2 days so that, you post the picture when the family, I don't know the owners of the vehicle, but you wait until the family gets the news. My work is not to spread accident, but the news, I think, has already reached to the family. That's when I'm posting. So you can see the passenger part of the vehicle was not badly destroyed, particularly on the left, but on the driver's side, where it was mayhem. You can see the tire behind, the back tire is bent. So that's how it was pushed out of the road until it was bent. That's how the accident occurred. There was a head-on collision on the driver's side. Normally, this is where we are, is where the lane of the vehicle that are going on the left side move. So it means that maybe the lorry rammed into the probox. That's exactly what you can see. When there is an accident, you can easily gauge what really happened. If the vehicle is found on the left side of the road, then of course the vehicle that was on the right is the one that hit the vehicle on the left. As we can see, the probox is on the left side of the road, and it was pushed out away from the road. The road is around maybe 10 meters from the vehicle where it stopped. So you can see it is cloudy. and it had just rained. So I'm speechless. It is believable. It is unbelievable. Normally, when an accident happens between a smaller car and a bigger car, the smaller car goes under the bigger car. But you cannot imagine what really happened. The Probox hitting a lorry head on. Normally the small vehicle would have gone under the wheels of the lorry, but it is head on. You can see the roof of the vehicle must have hit the front of the lorry. So the smaller vehicle, the Probox could not go under, but was just pushed with that force because this roof you guys seeing has been bent. So the roof of the vehicle, of the smaller vehicle, hit the front of the lorry. So, and it was impossible for the vehicle to go under the lorry. That impact was big enough to overturn the lorry. You can see it up there. That is the lorry. Strange enough, there was no much blood on the ground or in the vehicle. I really don't understand this phenomenon. I can assume, because I'm a biologist, of course, if an accident happens abruptly such that the heart that pumps the blood is stopped immediately, then there is very minimal blood that will be squeezed out of the veins through the injuries to the area. That I think that is my own imagination to the phenomenon, where there's a big accident, people die, but there's no blood. So if the heart is stopped immediately because the heart was impacted, then the blood won't be squeezed out through the wounds to the area. So there was completely no blood. You can see in the vehicle, no blood. Some of the things that was on the dashboard were pushed away, like you can see there's a radio there. That is the radio of at the back seat, there's a radio. So some of the things were, because of impact, were thrown from the dashboard to the back seat. You can see, that is the radio. There's a radio there at the back seat. So, who is to blame? I'm 100% sure the lorry is to blame. The lorries usually got a very high speed, because I think they are forced by the company to collect as much tea leaves, and you know there is competition between factories. There are so many factories in this Kisii region. So the factory that does well collects the tea leaves and pays farmers better. Farmers stick to it. So I think the management of the factory of this lorry must have ordered him to go to do more round trips at that high speed. And then it comes to maintenance issue. How did the lorry come from its lane to the other side where the Probox was traveling? And in this area there are no bumps, things that can slow the vehicle down. The road is so nice, and it's not actually flat, it's elevated. There's an incline in this area. So the vehicle that's coming from the upper side going to that downside that I'm showing down, that is the downside. That lorry looks exactly like this one. And I think it's the same company. That lorry that you are seeing there, this lorry that overturned, looks like the other one that is on the road, that one there. It must be the same company. You can see some of the parts or things that were in this vehicle were spewed everywhere. So you can see there is a jam, vehicle moving very slowly on the road. That's where the road is, and this is where the vehicles landed after the accident. So it's just next to the road. Many people that you are seeing with the yellow are actually border riders, people who carry people on the motorbike and are paid. And this is also a very dangerous place. You can see there is oil dropping from the tank. This is oil down here. There is oil dropping from the tank. So if in case there is fire, then me included, because where I'm standing on the oil. I think it is diesel. If there is fire, it is very dangerous. But I had to do this. So this lorry was overturned by a very small vehicle. This lorry was overturned by a Probox. The Probox was turned into shreds. Total shreds. And there was even a battery. The battery of the lorry had been thrown out of place on the ground. If you had seen earlier, the battery was there, which means people here did not come to steal anything, to pick anything. No, they came to help, and the rest, they are just now. At this point, all the injured people were taken away, and the deceased ones were put on the police vehicle. We call them Land Rovers here in Kenya. The dead persons were put on the Land Rover and off. So it's during the festive season. You can see Coca-Cola company is out. You see, with all their trailers, because people are using actually their drinks, their soft drinks, to celebrate and have parties and everything that goes with that. Wow. It is very sad. It is very sad. It is very sad. At this point, the dead bodies have already been taken away to the mortuary. Normally, we have a mortuary in Kisii town that's around 20 to 25 kilometers away. Well, a very sad day here. Everybody stopped what they were doing. These are borders. The motorbikes was normally after accidents, what follows is people try to build bumps. There is a bump that has just been placed there immediately after the accident. As I said, the road is smooth and at an inclination. This is a bump that has been created by youth. You can see they were digging from there and filling it. And actually they did create two bumps to slow vehicles down. And in the meantime, a breakdown vehicle came to tow away the Probox. And I knew it won't be able to do that. You see, it is called Ogembo breakdown. I knew it would not, because normally such a vehicle, a breakdown vehicle, will only pull a vehicle or a vehicle that has been involved in an accident, and that vehicle should have either both the two tires or some of the tires working. But you saw in the earlier picture, the tires are not even functioning. Those are the youth there building another bump. As I said, there are 2 bumps, so this is the second one, a little bit further from the accident. They are digging soil from, it had rained, it had actually rained. They're digging soil from at the other side of the road, from the beach, and putting a hill, a kind of something just to slow the vehicle down in this area. Normally, I usually pass this place. Normally, vehicles fly. They actually fly on this part of the road. They fly from there. They actually fly at a very high speed. Yet at the same time, on the side, just around here, there is a bus stop where these matatu, these small vehicles, these are the passenger vehicles. This passenger vehicle stop to pick or drop passengers just around there, but the vehicle actually fly. So this is the breakdown vehicle trying to do their thing. You might ask yourself, how do they get paid? How do they get paid? Because the owner of the vehicle is dead. Now what happens? You tow the vehicle. Normally, it is usually around 7,000 to tow a vehicle. 7,000 Kenya shillings is around $70. $70 to tow a vehicle. So the driver of this Probox is dead. How are you going to be paid? Because, but we saw a police lady, a policewoman here. This one here is a policewoman. She has removed the cap. She's carrying it in her hand. So normally what the police do, they go and take, we have stickers on the windscreen. Some of the stickers are insurance stickers. So she will go and pick the insurance sticker. She will tear, or because it's a sticker. So she will pull the sticker from the windscreen, and of course the sticker has, insurance sticker has all the details. So that's how the breakdown will be, the breakdown owner will be paid. That sticker will go, he will process, and then he will get paid. But this breakdown won't be able to pull this Probox. It won't, because the tires are completely out of their place. You cannot pull it on the road. This one has to be carried. So eventually they tried what they could, but they couldn't pick it. They came, they saw, they thought they would do something, because of course this is payday for them. You see they are pulling it, but that's all that they could do. You can't pull such a vehicle on the road. All the metal, the lower part of the vehicle are just on the ground, so you can't pull it on this road all the way to the police. Normally, after an accident, the vehicles that are involved in the accident are pulled to a police station nearby. So from here to a police station is only around 3 kilometers. It's not very far. Just 3 kilometers. But you can't pull this metal on. You can't pull this metal on a tarmac road. You will have questions to answer, particularly to the authorities that manage the roads. So the rescue mission was over. Now it's just recovery. You clear the spot where the accident occurred. Yeah. The cloud, you can see it's cloudy and it had just rained. So this is the factory. The factory is not. This is the factory. This is no. This is the factory that's closest to the accident. It's called Ogembo factory. just a few meters from the accident scene. The accident happened down there, so it's very close. This is the factory, and we are at the gate. The gate is just next to the road, the highway. You can see vehicles passing. This is the highway, and this is the factory. This is the gate. It's called Ogembo Tea Factory or Tendere. Tendere is the local name of this area. But Ogembo is the larger name that people actually easily recognize the place. And the accident happened just down there, around 100 meters away from the factory. This factory. That's down there. It was a sad day. A sad day. Let me stop there. See you next time.